I would describe this church as a church based in the community, and I would describe it as a church rising from the ashes.
When I arrived here at Holy Trinity, the church had some really core, committed members who had been praying in this space for years, but it was really quiet. 12 to 14 worshippers on a Sunday morning, nothing much going on in the week. The building itself from the outside, people would walk past and think it's closed. So in 2020, we began a journey called Organising for Growth. And that began with conversations, one-to-one conversations, and then listening outside these walls, further into the parish. The things that came up as priorities were street safety, open green spaces, and food inequality. And so we were able to say, we have a seat at the table because we have spoken to the community and we are hearing this. We were bringing people with us. Their voices and their story shouldn't be told by me, but it should be told by the people whose story it is. It's evolved into a lighting campaign where we're fighting for lighting in our local park.
The lighting campaign's important for the youngsters in the park. You can't have a park closed at 4 o'clock after school. Those children need to have something to do.
It's also given the church courage. They've realised you can change things. So community organising has really helped us develop lay leaders in an intentional way. We've been able to look at what their skill sets are and their story is, and bring that story into their leadership.
I grew up in East London, I grew up in Waltham Forest. I've developed as a leader in this church by the training from the CTC. You learnt about leadership, but in a spiritual context, developing yourself as a leader, but also looking outside and seeing who the other leaders are. The training has helped me by actually talking to stakeholders, councillors, MPs, and so on, and actually having a voice around the table.
We have seen growth in our number, in the depth of our relationship, in the space that we can take up in a civic role or with those in authority. We're now looking at between 40 and 50 on a Sunday morning, and over a third of those are under the age of 18.
What I really like about being part of this church is the community and the support that you get from all the people that come here. And
it has helped me with confidence and public speaking, as I do reading or prayers, etc. And also it's helped me to stay focused on God.
Every Tuesday, our church is open for the community food share. And one thing that we've noticed is that those who give so much of themselves are those that used it initially.
Well, my journey to volunteering started off as a customer of the food share, so I decided to pursue in a bit of volunteering. I feel I've grown in this role, I feel like my confidence and professionalism.
There is a real porous nature between the food share and then a Sunday morning worship. For us, actually, it is worship, as we are giving out the broccoli and praying over the coffee. We sit and people ask us to pray for them. They journey with us. We know their names and we know their family situations.
For me, it's as much about seeing what I call my family now, because I do now come to this church, come regularly, and that's because of the food share. The food share got me to realise that I do belong here. I am here and I am loved, you know.
We needed to be persistent, we needed to be patient, and we needed to be prayerful. God is a relational God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. So too are we relational beings, called into relationship with Him, but not only that, called into relationship with each other. And it takes time. And every single day I say to the Lord, thank you. Because when I look around, I think this can only be of your doing.
Organising for Growth has given me a way to share my faith.
It has taught me that everybody comes with a story, and what is wonderful is that given time they all want to share their story. But for me, perhaps sharing the good news is doing food share, is listening to people and welcoming people. It is God's house, but it's their house as well.
It's really, really good to see the impact of reaching out into the community, what that does for the church. And that's one of my reasons why I wanted to be in a church, because I didn't want to be in a church that was insular. I wanted to be in a church that reaches out and helps the community.